Stephenville, Texas is a far cry from Kota. Every week, dirt racers from across the state flock to the 281 Speedway.
We are a grassroots level stock car racetrack. We race on dirt, and typically it's an every Saturday night affair. My father and I built the racetrack 25 years ago, and so this weekend was set aside to be basically a memorial event on his behalf. It brings out all sorts of people. We have quite a mix.
281, I raced here 3-4 years ago in a lower class, and we really did good out here, and I fell in love with the track. I like the atmosphere. It's laid back, just real family oriented. You hang out, I can see the races from my pits, you know, and I just really enjoy it.
God, I've been racing about 17 years. I had a little 6-year hiatus when I had my hands get damaged in an electrical accident. I got involved from my little brother. He built the car and asked me to come watch the races with him. I show up and end up driving one of the enduro cars down in Houston, and came home and bought a stock car and been going ever since. So it's a family event. We've got all of my kids who've grown up in it. We've got the 14-year-old, the last one left at home, growing up in it. She can't wait to get in a car.
Burnett is not the only driver to bring the family. The Abbeys have been competing at Stephenville for generations, and the talent and passion for dirt racing just keeps on coming.
I remember the little kid sitting right up there watching the races. And it's close, and we just love racing here. Great track, great people.
My dad started racing out here probably 93 or 94. You know, I was little, we were watching him race, and then he said, hey, let's get some go-karts, and we started racing go-karts, and then we started racing. It's just progressed from there.
I started 2 years ago, and I said I would never race, and I always helped. And then one year, this girl, we loaned her a car to race, and I said I wanted to drive that car like that, and that's how I got into it.
This is the track I grew up racing on. This is where I first started running dirt track racing, and so I always like to come back here, and it's like revisiting my roots of racing and see if we can have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, it's real cool because we can all get together, talk about the cars, what we need to do to be faster. It's awesome.
Racing at the 281 is for the joy of being out on track and not for the purse. What's more, once you're out on the dirt, everyone is equal.
Despite what some will tell you, this is a hobby. And I'm probably one of the lowest paying racetracks in America. And they seem to flock here for some reason. I don't know why.
I own a construction business. That's kind of a 7-day-a-week. If it wasn't for the Monday through Fridays and the sponsors and such, we wouldn't be able to make it out here every weekend.
We just built this motor a couple weeks ago out of our own shop, and that's something you won't see out here very much. It seems like we found a good combination with it. Really happy with it. The best part about the racing is getting on the gas and taking the green flag. That's when you get to really feel the acceleration and the power, and all the cars close together. That's when your adrenaline really gets going.
I mean, we all race together. We show up, we have those of us who finance our own flats behind it, and then the ones that come back with all the big money. And there's not really any, there's not a separation of class out here. You know, we may all live in different neighborhoods and so forth across the country out here, but we get out here and, I mean, we're all the same. One driver to the next. It doesn't matter how much money you got here in the pits. It's when you get out on the track, it's how well you can do. It's how well you spent that money and how well you can do. So.